Atlanta, here we come!
The Walk of Solidarity, I feel like, means that all of the homeless people, since they're in that square block, they're all living in a community together and wanted by the church's community. We got to make our own sacks, and they had pre-made sandwiches and pre-made snacks for the side, and we got to write an inspirational quote on the sack and then put all that stuff in there, and we passed out sacks and water to all the homeless people that were living on the streets that wanted it. And it was really nice because you just got to see what their environment was like and where they were living, and got to help them and reach out to those people and get to know them a little bit better.
We are about to give food to the men outside.
Our friends.
Our friends that are experiencing homelessness, that are outside. They're about around the building, and they're getting their beds ready for the night, and we're going to head on out there and
Give them some
offer
dinner.
them some food.
I really felt impacted by the counter that you could sit at, where you were in a simulation, like you were protesting at a lunch counter for segregation, and you put headphones on, you heard what that person would go through if they were in that situation, and that was very impactful for me.
It was scary. It was a horrible thing, and whenever if it was real, and if I were in that situation, I'd have probably screamed and cried because it was so scary, and I can't believe that kids actually had to go through that.
It felt so real. It felt right next to me, and it was incredibly scary. It's scarier than honestly I have felt in a while, and that was just a fake experience. Just thinking about what this is for people that have actually felt this in real life.
Something meaningful, I thought, was this narration where this woman talked about how there was so much violence and killing for something as simple and as basic as freedom.
I realized that I was 13 the year that he was assassinated, and it had very little impact on my life. It was just shocking to me that I was so sheltered that this did not make more of an impact on my life. And I was kind of ashamed by it, to tell you the truth. So that was really impacted me today when we visited the center.
The first thing that we did when we got here is we helped some of the refugees with their English language. We helped them by today learning the different family members, and also I helped with learning marriage, what the word marriage meant, divorce meant, being single, and things of that nature.
Family events, basically.
Yeah.
That's what they call it. And then we went to basically a thrift store, except it's completely free. They get donations from other people, and then they give it to other people.
We sorted those clothes and helped find hangers to hang everything up on.
We learned a lot about the refugee process of getting into the U.S., and it's very difficult for them to come in because only 1% of refugees are resettled in a third country outside of where they become refugees and where they're running, the country they're from.
So today we went to Action Ministries, and we served food for women and children. And at that place, I got to sing and play piano for them, and they were super welcoming and super supportive about it. Even though that we were strangers, they were still giving me advice my grandpa or my grandma or my parents would give me, which I thought that two strangers just here, just meeting, that's super cool.
We went to Guild Farms and worked.
They grow organic foods that are supposed to be healthier for people and more affordable. Around that part of the area where the farm was, it was a pretty poor neighborhood, so being able to afford better and healthier fruits that last longer is a really good thing for them.
Well, I dug a 2-foot trench that our Pete, the person who run the farm, was going to use to irrigate his crops. That was very interesting.
And I spent most of my time pulling weeds, and after we pull feeds that filled up the wheelbarrow. We'd wheel it over to the goats that Farmer P had, and we'd feed it to them. It was funny to watch them all run out and kind of dig through the weeds because they had specific ones that they liked to eat over the others. So it was kind of interesting to watch them do that.
We went to Mercy Church and fed people who were experiencing homelessness.
And we also got to worship with those people, and they played their guitar, and we got to sing songs with them, and then have an hour-long Bible study with all of these people that were experiencing homelessness, and we just got to be in one big community.
And we also just got to generally chat as well, which was nice.
Yeah, we got to chat with the people, and then we went and we did a walk, and we fed the people that we saw, and we just
On the streets.
on the streets.
The experience that impacted me the most at DOOR was when we went to the Human Rights Museum, and we got to experience firsthand what it was like for African American people in the civil rights movement being threatened by others when they sat in segregated areas. There were a lot of threats. It was very real as well. Like, I honestly felt like there were actually people around me. I could feel the breath of these people on my ear who were threatening me and telling me how they were going to kill me because I was a person of color in a place meant for white people. When you read about it, you don't feel it the same way. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm going to take away from this trip.
So close to the lunch counter, there was an area where they were having a video about the Freedom Riders, just constantly looping. And they went through a lot of things. At the beginning, they had one of the two buses that they had going at the time, one of them got bombed. And then they got lit on fire. People were literally screaming, burn those, not gonna say it because it's a bad word, alive, which is terrible.
I will remember Aisha the most because she told us her story and it really touched all of us, I think, and we really got to see and feel the pain that she was going through.
Before I went on this mission trip, I had a fear of going up and talking to people that were homeless and sharing conversations about faith and my life and listening to their stories. And after this experience, I have found that that isn't something I should be scared of. So I feel that people at Bethlehem should not be scared of going and talking to people experiencing homelessness as well.
I would like Bethlehem to do more stuff, just like going out into the community to help people experiencing homelessness or extreme poverty and that sort of thing.
People who are in a refugee camp will spend on average 20 years there before they find an alternate place to live. And that those who come to the United States as part of a resettlement program make up only 1% of refugees worldwide. And the average time that it takes for them to get from the refugee camp to their feet on the ground here in America is 7 years because of all the vetting that they have to go through with security and other things like that. So that was really eye-opening to me.
I really struggle whenever I'm at home with like friends or at school with me being open to talk about my faith and what I believe in, because I've kind of always been like shy about speaking about what I believe in. But throughout this week, everything's been focused always on God, and I've been like with my friends experiencing homelessness and meeting a bunch of other leaders that their whole life is just committed to spreading the word of God and always talking about him to other people. The people that I met, like Pastor Chad at Mercy, really helped me open my eyes and helped me believe that it's okay to talk to other people about what you believe in. So that was something that really impacted